Okay, we're on Menachot, Perik Yud Aleph, Mishnah eighth Mishnah, in the 11th chapter of Masechet Menachot. We're talking about the lechem hapanim, the process of offering of the showbread, the lechem hapanim. So the Mishnah says, Sider et lechem b'Shabbat, ve'et b'zichim le'achar Shabbat. So now remember, you have to offer the lechem, and then you also had to the lechem, the showbread. You didn't offer the lechem. You removed the lechem from the shulchan. And in order to eat it, you had to offer the b'zichim, those bowl things, those goblets of incense that had to be offered. And that was called the matir, the thing that permitted the eating of the bread. So what happens if you didn't do it properly? Rather, you see there at the lechem b'Shabbat, you ordered, you put the order, that means to order. You place the bread in its proper place on Shabbat, but the bezichim you placed on the shulchan le'achar Shabbat, after Shabbat, Saturday night, Sunday. Then v'hiktir et bezichim b'Shabbat, and then you offer the bezichim the next week, meaning you didn't have the bezichim ready, so you put the showbreads on time, and then that night when you got the incense, you put it on. So therefore, the bezichim were only on the shulchan for 6 days. Psula, that's a korban pasul, and en chayavin alehen mishum pigul notar vitameh. If you consume or let's say you offer the bezichim, with the intent of eating it in proper time, or you leave it over notar, or a person is tameh, you're not chayav. Why? Psula mechusar zmanu. The Bartanura says that the korban, that the bzichim, are mechusar zman, the missing time. Shelo haya al shulchan ela shisha yamim, because they were only on the shulchan for 6 days, not for 7 days. Okay, and you can't fix it, you can't leave it over. Okay, and therefore you're not chayav pigul. Imiktiron amana lechol alechem lemachar. If you offer them into the intent of eating the bread the wrong time, that's not pigul. Why? Shelo karav hamatir k'mitzvato. We learned that before in Zvachim. The matir, the thing that permits the korban, i.e. the bezichim, the incense, was not offered k'mitzvato, in the proper way. And when the matir is not offered in the proper way, then there's no rules of pigul or notar on the lechem, or even tuma. If you eat it when you're tameh, eno b'karet, certainly asur. But there's no karet because the korban was not offered in the proper way. See there at the lechem et bezichim b'Shabbat. What happens if you put the showbreads on Shabbat and the bezichim also? Then viktir et bezichim le'achar Shabbat. You offer the bezichim not on Shabbat, but the next week. Most of the Mepharshim say means the next week, on the next week after the Shabbat. Pasul, again, that's not proper. It's not the proper way. Ve'en chayavin aleh mishum pigul v'notar v'tameh. You're not chayav on that bread if you had offered it, with the intent of offering the improper time. That's pigul, or you left it over as notar, or the person eating it, consuming it, was tameh. Again, because mibnei shelo karav hamatir k'mitzvato. Next case. Sider et alechem b'bezichim le'achar Shabbat. Oh, what happens if you're late? For whatever reason, they couldn't offer to make the showbreads in time. So you offered it, you put them on Sunday. Viktir et bezichim b'Shabbat pasul. But then if you offered them the bezichim on the next Shabbat, pasul, because it's only 6 days. Ketzad ya'aseh. So what can you do? How do you fix it? Yanichena l'Shabbat haba. You leave it over another week. Meaning the mitzvah is from Shabbat to Shabbat. So if you put it on Sunday, you have to wait till Shabbat, and then it starts the week, and then you leave it to the other week. She'afilu hi al shulchan yamim rabim ein bekach klum. Even if you leave it on the shulchan for many days, no problem. She'ein ha-shulchan mekadsho ad Shabbat. The shulchan is not mekadesh. So if I put the bread on Monday, you just leave it there until the next week, and then you leave it for an entire week. Lo mifsal b'lina la'achar Shabbat. Therefore, it's not lina. It's not a problem, because since you didn't put it on Shabbat, it didn't become sanctified as the lechem hapanim until Shabbat came. The next Shabbat came in. Stop here. Dedicate our learning. The memory of my father, Harav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Have a good day.